And now I get to enjoy my holiday. Investment tag early is good. How about a Joker? Not that one. What about in here? Jesus. Now that's a high interest rate.
Well met.
When is your jury duty? That's good news. The good news, it's not happening anymore. I've been relieved of service. Lizard Slayer, thank you for the 7 months. They made me wait. So on the summons, they said check in the weekend before. So I checked in the weekend before, which was this past weekend, and they said, hey, good news, you don't have to report yet. Instead, check in between 11:30 and 12 p.m., 11:30 a.m. and 12 p.m., to find out if you have to report at 1 p.m. Which is kind of a bummer because it would have taken me probably an hour to get to the courthouse and park and get to where it's supposed to be. So I was like, if I have to report, I am... No, I'm not. It's fine. I can tell you for sure that no attorney wants me on the jury anyway. The prosecution certainly doesn't want me on the jury. Let's do what? We want to enhance our hearts because the hearts are being debuffed. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. Congrats on the Nan Imp. Surprised they accepted you with the gambling habits. I was a name pulled out of a hat. Unfortunately, I was a name pulled out of a hat like twice in a 2-year span, which is extraordinarily unlucky. So, streamer luck strikes again, I guess. Like, I went to call the, it was so recent, I went to call the courthouse to find out, because that was, like, the faster way to find out if I needed to report. And the number was still in my call history, because I had, from the last time I had to actually report. At least in the US, you have to be a citizen to do jury duty. I once got called up, didn't end up happening either in the UK as a non-citizen. Look, have you met American citizens? We might be better off letting some non-citizens be the voice of reason in that room. Also, I'm sure if you ask some of the strangest people on the planet, they'll tell you that plenty of non-citizens are already serving on juries. And doing a whole lot of voting or something, I don't know.
Well met.
Danksham, wow, thank you for the 14 months. Is darts a big thing in America? No. Only for drunk people, maybe. Because they're in bars a lot. Oh, that's a bummer of a boss blind.
Well met.
Matthew, thank you for the 4 months. But if you're gonna play a bar game, you're much better off rolling with shuffleboard. That's a lot more fun. Like, it's inherently social because, like, you're forced to be on the same side as not your teammate. So you have to, like, have a conversation, but it's, like, low pressure because you can just, like, fall back on talking about, like, the silly game that you're playing. It's really easy, so you don't feel bad about like failing because you're never going to. Holy. So what I'm saying is we need more shuffleboards. Interesting. Greatest spaceman? It's definitely up there. I don't know. What do I do with this? Alright. I guess we gotta turn this into a heart. Can't wait for the darts Balatro clone. I mean, they've Balatrofied everything, right? I'm sure there's already one. Probably don't even need to wait.
Well met.
What's your deal, man? Dr. Zerbwell, thank you for the prime. Accidentally found the greatest Space Joker to ever exist. Got a hidden oops. My lucky cards were kind of popping earlier too. Aku, thank you for the 6 months. Feel like you're only here for the shuffleboard? When I go to a bar, yeah. You better believe it. If there's no shuffleboard at that bar, yeah, I'm probably still staying, but like, only because my friends want to be there.
Well met.
We actually do. Well, it doesn't matter. Meta Knight Man. I give her the 5 months. Please don't up smash me. Praising. Let's do this and just add some more kings into the mix. Shuffleboard is great. All right. If no one else got me, at least Sneaky Pete got me. Spaceman going wild. What about me? Well, Cinema, you're on like a 40 stream streak, so I think that goes without saying. One hand type. Oh god, careful now. That could have been bad. Kind of want to play multiple hands anyway for the supernova. Surely there's a lucky cat in our future, right? My god, it's beautiful. Spaceman? Can't believe he would lie to us like that in those first few innings. Unreal. You can die. We did get a very early trading card, so... Okay. Spaceman just needed to be put in his place, which is on the left-hand side, apparently. What'd I tell ya? Unfortunate. Kithius, thank you for the super chat. I've been selected for jury duty 5 times, but never actually made it to the selection process. Still better RNG than Spaceman, though. Yeah, I think that was my 3rd or 4th time. Once when I was in college, I think maybe it was even like the summer before college. The first time I got jury duty, well, I was still living at home, so it must have been the summer before college. I had just turned 18, immediately got a jury summons. And then somehow my mom got one for the exact same date, so we just carpooled. That wasn't a great story, but it did happen. It was just a family low roll. Oh, okay, that makes up for the boss blind. 18, time to do your civic duty. Yeah, happy birthday, now check in, idiot. That's essentially what it was. Oh. I don't get to play the lucky card. Lancer, thank you for the super chat. Congrats on C++. What's a jury duty? That's where you get called into your local courthouse. Okay. Wait for several hours, fill out a form, they find out you have a college education and send you home.
Well met.
Nano Brewer, thank you for the sub. What if I don't have a college education? Well, if you can't think of a good excuse, then you get stuck serving on a jury. But, if you have a pesky job, fear not. Your job is intact and ready for you when you get home. You don't get paid, but they can't fire you. And instead, you just get an extraordinarily meager wage from the courts. The last time I was summoned, I actually had to go in and nearly had a panic attack when they told me it was an extremely long case that could take months to resolve. Little blue boy, thank you for the 4 months. But I was able to dodge that one. Can you not do jury duty with a college education or something? No. Lawyers specifically tend not to like you if you have a college education. I think that applies to both the defense and the prosecution. Yeah, they like to be able to manipulate the jury. And they think they can do a better job if you're less educated. It's a massive assumption, yeah. But it's also, like, legitimately a part of the jury selection process. And again, both sides participate in it. Get selected for jury duty and have a college degree. Again, it's like, it's impossible to avoid at a certain point, right? You can only disqualify so many jurors, but it is like their preference. Unfortunately, we got the money on the first one. But maybe we'll get another one here. You have a right to a jury of your dumbest peers? Well, and also your oldest peers. I think they like putting old folks on the jury, too. Smoke Show, thank you for the super chat. Welcome to the stream. Oh my god. Those were horrific. Like, I'm just trying to find a bad or like just like okay uncommon jokers. Why is that so difficult? Is jury duty boring? I mean, I've never served on a jury. I've only had to wait in a room for hours upon hours while they go over really asinine and boring explanations for things. Basically, treating you like children to make sure that you fill out the forms correctly. So that's the only part that I've gotten through. And that's extraordinarily boring. But it's also, like, extremely inconvenient because you don't... Again, you don't actually get to, like, do your job and get a paycheck while you're there. You just... You get whatever their meager stipend is. So it's like, I don't know, if you have if you have responsibilities, it's pretty rough on those. All right, the wheel. Hold. Time to unlock the flush 5, I guess. No, we probably shouldn't right now. We're pretty weak. King kind of goes crazy here. Jury duty had PTO, or coworker had jury duty and to use PTO for it. In California, that's not supposed to be the case, but like, it might make sense to do because you actually get like your proper wage if you use PTO rather than just getting no money and not being fired. Is that only in America? I don't know. I can only speak on what it's like in America because that's where I live and what I've experienced. Made it through the selection process once, and they mentioned in a hypothetical they had all the evidence to prosecute without a reasonable doubt, and I asked, what's the point of a juror if you have all the evidence needed? I was asked to leave minutes earlier. Yeah, you just have to make yourself a nuisance, and then you get dismissed. It seems to be the case. Which I'm pretty good at making myself a nuisance, so...
Well met.
If they did get to the selection process with me, I don't know that it would stick anyway. Like, as a streamer, I'm basically a professional nuisance. US system is wild. In UK, your work cannot refuse to let you do it, and you still get paid. I mean, they can't refuse to let you do it here either. But you don't get paid by your job, because you're hourly in almost every case. Oh, maybe I should have taken the cert there. Personally, I'd like to do it just once to see what it's like. Yeah. I'm sure it's a great experience, but like... Again... When you're in a situation where you have a lot of responsibilities, it really sucks. Like that time when I was on, you know, summer break between high school and college would have been the perfect time to serve. I just... like, had a legitimate reason not to. The civic duty sucks because they don't compensate you short a turkey sandwich. Yeah, but how good is that sandwich? Maybe you've got me thinking a little differently about this. I'm probably just selling the fist. Because that is offering the least amount of mult right now. And doesn't get any value if we don't... or if we have all debuffed cards anyway.
Well met.
Easy peasy. Thank you for the prime. The turkey sandwich is actually very moving. What, like of the bowels? That could be another good excuse for not serving on a jury. Maybe you're onto something. Can you just say, I'm not a big fan of government? I mean, depending on the case, one of the sides might like that as an answer, so you have to be careful. I don't know. I'm not the expert on how to get out of a jury. I've just kind of done it by accident multiple times. I do think it's slightly odd that prosecution and defense in the U.S. get to pick juries to a jury, given that it's meant to be a trial of your peers. Oh yeah, it's awful. The entire process is awful. Now, am I going to waste my Christmas week in an effort to make it better? No. No, I'm American. I'm selfish. I've got to play this digital poker game. Plus, it's not like it's one of my peers up on the stand. I don't know that guy. Holy. Oh, we got it. Okay, maybe we shouldn't go for that, though. Oh, no. Who cut all these cards? It's gonna be very close. Oh, that might do it, actually.
Well met.
Oh! I was not paying attention.